What's up, fuckers? It's your boy Neo with the Bitch Boy Plebs. Tonight we're sleeving and unsleeving a few cards. And we're doing a little surgery here on some of these cards. We got a few cards going in for some friends. And yeah, this is gonna be spicy. So I got myself a couple card savers, which I really don't think are worth a fuck. And we got a whole stack full of cards that are getting graded. I got two cards tonight right here from my buddy that he wants graded. It's a Chica from, the fuck is that? Love is War, and it's a Megamine from, what the hell's this show called? Konosuba. Bakuretsu, yeah. And tonight, we are going to actually be setting these up for my friends. So this card right here is about, I'm going to say it's between $200 and $400. So it's around that, I'll just say the sweet spot's probably around that $300 mark. He actually has a relatively nice looking card. No real whitening or anything. He brought me one that was worth around $500 today. And it actually had quite a bit of whitening right here in the top left corner. And I told him, I said, bro, I'm not sending that to PSA for you. It's going to grade a 9 or an 8 at best. I said, you know, and you'll be lucky if it grades that. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, these sleeves are dirty. Come on, Gage. Such a beautiful card. Oh my gosh, it's such a nice card. So these are pretty valuable cards to just bring in and hand to me. He just brings them in this morning. He's like, here you go, bro. Send these in for me. He's like, I'll pay you the... He's like, I'll pay you the $50 grading fee. And I'm like, okay. I actually take this stuff super seriously, especially when I'm doing it for friends, or even like the... Even like the one I sent in for Lynn. She trusted me with her Umbreon, the Umbreon VMAX. Whoa. We got some, I don't want that. There's some dusticles going on down here. She trusted me with her Umbreon VMAX, and I actually, I told her, I said, wow. I said to just trust somebody with your, $400 card like that's pretty impressive. So you guys will see here we have the nice new sleeved up card right there. That sleeve I don't really care about. That one's kind of been a little bitch to me all night. She's all ready to go. I think if I do anything, it's handle with extreme care, just because these cards are typically pretty valuable. Again, no whitening on either of these two Vice Schwartz cards, which is really nice, because Vice Schwartz is, once the whitening starts, forget it. You're shot. Vice Schwartz whitens so easily. And once you get that whitening, you're done. cards ruined. I'll buy multiple copies of like a Sliver Queen, which is a between $250 and $300 card. First thing I do when I get those light played copies and or near mint copies, and I'll take them out and I'll look at them. I'll look for whitening on the back. And if I'm buying a $300 near mint copy and somebody sends me one with significant whitening, I immediately message them. I'm like, I'll take some of my money back. This is not near mint. I am incredibly picky about my cards. Like I said, my buddy brought me down these two cards this morning, and he had actually brought me. Another one that's worth about 500 raw. And of course, you know, if you're gonna sell the card and you want to sell it raw, that's fine. Go ahead. You know, get your money, get your bag, get your money out of it. But if you want to grade the card, you really got to look it over and check. You got to look it over and check quality first. And that's kind of what I told him. I'm like, you know, bro, I'm looking at these cards here, and honestly, I don't think these are worth your time. I don't think you should send these in because there's whitening. He's got in this upper left corner, so on a typical Vice Lords card, it would be right here. It was real dinged and nicked and wrecked. It wasn't terrible, like to where you would look at it and go, oh my God, that card's worthless. But it was bad enough to the point where I looked at it and I said, bro, I don't think this is worth your time to send it in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through all the cards we're sending in this. So they do this thing now at PSA where they have these economy events where you can win 20 card allotments for economy grading. And I've won twice now. So here's the... I already sent it in order. It had some neon yellow. Hidetsugu had a neon blue in there. We had a couple really expensive Pokemon cards with the alternate art Rayquaza from Evolving Skies, the alternate art Umbreon VMAX, and we sent a couple other really, really banger cards. So this batch is actually going to have the Greedent V alternate art, which is actually my one card that I really wanted. And I told my brother, I said, because I let him open a pack. I did a build and battle box. Somebody said the build and battle box has better pulls. Of course, I think that's bullshit. Gambling is gambling, which is exactly what you're doing when you open up booster packs. And I said, fuck it. They had one, I think it was 20 bucks, whatever retail is, at GameStop for Fusion Strike. So I said, I'll take that build and battle box. I was talking to my girlfriend at the time, and she's kind of like, why are they better pulls? I'm like, according to my subscribers, apparently they are. So I bought it. I opened 3 of the packs. My brother walked into the room. He always wants to open a pack. So I said, here you go, bro. Open this. And he opens it, pulls a full art, alternate art Greedent. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? So he pulled the card I wanted. Very happy to have this card. Very excited to grade it. It's not worth that much money. I actually just really like the card, which... You know, when you have a basically perfect looking card, zero whitening on any of the edges, really nice border, and really nice just the way everything looks there on the card. Good centering. Looks like it's a little bottom top centering pour there, but otherwise it seems okay. Greedent, definitely one that's going to be going in. Next, I'm sending in 2 copies of the Black Lotus Dual Masters reprint from Wizards of the Coast. Now, okay, some of you watching this are going, what the fuck? So, Black Lotus, as you know, is like the first edition base set Charizard. It's actually more rare than that. And it is a card that commands an insane premium with Beckett 10s going for $500,000. Really just a fantastic card to have. This is, so for those of you that don't know, Duel Masters was a knockoff of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it died pretty much here in America, but it's still super popular in Japan. Recently, they did a Magic the Gathering crossover set, which I actually bought some booster boxes of and will be opening on stream. They did a Magic the Gathering crossover set. And in that crossover set, they had a bunch of different cards. Birds of Paradise, Library of Alexandria, Sliver Queen. There's Black Lotus in there. Jace. Sarah Angel, bunch of other cards, and it's a really, really cool thing to have. I saw these for around 50 bucks a card. It is a unofficial reprint of a card from the reserve list, even though it's in a different set. It is still from Wizards of the Coast, because Duel Masters is a WotC game. So I'm sending these two in the hopes of getting at least 110 to pay for the 2 cards. Next up, did I even do my due diligence on this card? I mean, the card basically looks like total ass, but it has such nice, like, bordering, no whitening. This is a reverse foil. Check this out, guys. A reverse foil Loveland Frogman, first edition from MetaZoo Cryptid Nation. I really like the MetaZoo cards. MetaZoo is a game that you either love the art style or you hate it. There's no middle ground. And that's like a $40 card in reverse foil, $80 in full foil. So I just bought a couple reverse foils of it to have in the collection, so I have some exposure to the first MetaZoo set, first edition. I do have 2 sealed first edition boxes, as well as a couple spell books. And yeah, so I wanted to make sure I picked some of that stuff up. And believe it or not, I actually got those first edition booster boxes for about 150 bucks on Channel Fireball. 3 weeks later, they were $1,000 a box. I could not believe that. The next one is one from my personal collection, this Hollow Dark Blastoise first edition from Team Rocket. Very little, if any, whitening. Decent centering on the borders. Really pretty looking card. And, I mean, this card is like older than dirt. Being printed in that 99 to 2000 range. So you guys can understand it's 2022 right now. I was 12 years old when I came into possession of this card. The fact that this card has survived this long in this condition is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Because I'm telling you guys, I was not necessarily the best to my cards when I was a kid. That being said, okay, interesting. That being said, it's a beautiful card. I'm grateful to own it. Glad to have it in my collection. First edition, Dark Blastoise, Hollow. Now this one's got a special story. This card, not perfect by any means, has some whitening right here and a little bit down here on the bottom. But this card is special, and here's why. This is actually one of the cards I purchased in the collection. This is Moltres EX from Leaf Green Fire Red. Old cards. Probably never going to get cards like this again. And this card, for its age, for being owned by basically a 15-year-old, is in absolutely insanely gorgeous shape. Like I said, 1 or 2 spaces where we got some whitening, nothing serious, nothing, that should detract. I'm expecting to see an 8 or a 9 on this card. This card's about $75 to $100 depending on the day of the week, and you tack on a nice grade on top of that, you can fetch a decent premium. So here's another card with one of those stories. Again, I always look for whitening on these. That's the first thing I look for. I was teaching my girlfriend this past weekend. Yo, G-Dub, what up? Welcome to the stream. We're talking PSA prep for my next batch of grading. So this card is actually from my girlfriend. She wants me to get this graded for her. This card probably won't return the value. It's just one of her first expensive cards she ever pulled. This is about a $30, $35 card. There's me VMAX. And I believe this is Fusion Strike. I believe it's Fusion Strike. This is one of the more expensive cards, just basic VMAX cards in the set. And I told her, I said, well, I got a few cards left in the allotment. Why don't I send it in? It's about a $35, $40 card. get it graded. If it would pull a 10, you could easily fetch probably 150, 125. So you figure after your grading, you're lucky to break even. Nice card, though. Getting that graded for my girlfriend. Look how little whitening there is on this card. Just take a second. Let this zoom in. A little bit down there, and a little bit up there. For the most part, though, this card's really pretty. Check this shit out, guys. This is post Nintendo, or this is post Wizards of the Coast. This is one of Nintendo's first Pokemon cards. This is a Dragonite from those E-Series cards. There we had a bunch of it was like Sky Ridge, Sandstorm, and I think there was a couple other ones. So this is, first of all, it's a holo. So it's incredibly valuable already. And the pop on these is so heinously low. Because you're buying on a card like this, I think this was like a $45 or a $65 card just to get this card. The buying on these is fucking nuts. Love to see this pull a 9. I do not expect a 10, again, because we do have a couple cases of whitening around the back. Love to see this pull a 9. Even an 8 would be great to have in the collection. It's actually one of my favorite looking cards right there. Oh, I sent one of these in already. You guys know if it's Yu-Gi-Oh! We're either talking Ghost, Starlight, or Collectors. I do have some older Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, but believe it or not, I can't really find them like I thought I would be able to. Check this out. Black, Luster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, Ghost Rare from Ghosts from the Past. I opened up 6 display boxes of Ghosts from the Past. Let me make sure you guys heard that. That's 5 plus 1, 6 display boxes. And I got 2 of these. That's nuts. The fact that Ghost Rares are that rare. That's about a $300 card by itself. Graded 10, 8 to 1200. I wouldn't sell it for less. I would not let it go for less. Oh, coming up here is probably one of my favorite cards of all time. And if you ever want to buy me a gift here on this channel, this is what you send me. Whether it's the Vanguard version, the Duel Masters version, the Oversized Commander's Arsenal version, or the original. Sliver Queen from Stronghold. Oh my God, Ron Spencer, you fucking mad lad. This card right here has so much history with me. My mother bought me one of these for my birthday when I was a kid for $20. Of course, I thought $20 at the time was absolutely outrageous. Now you can't touch a near mint copy like this for under $250, $275. So that's why I'm sending this one in. Few cases of whitening, couple nicks and dings, but for the most part, I expect to see an 8 or a 9 on this card. Really beautiful card, and excited to have it in my collection. So, back when Jap Pokemon was all the rage, I bought a couple special collection boxes. And in those EV boxes, you get this awesome Espeon VMAX alternate art promo card. 2 copies of that promo card that have basically only ever been touched by my hands to put them from the little special holder they give you into another sleeve, back into a card saver, because I knew I wanted that card to go to PSA. Awesome centering on those. Japanese printing is always so much nicer. Why is that, Neil? Boy, I don't know. Maybe because they fucking care. Here we go. So, this is a specialty case card. I'm not a huge fan of Celebrations, mainly for the fact that their card values have gone to shit. However, as a crypto investor and as a beat-up market investor, I look at cards like these and I say there's some opportunity here. So I pulled a few of these in my booster packs for Celebrations. One time these were like 60 or 80 bucks. I think they're down to like 30 or 40, 45 now. This is the Umbreon Gold Star from the Pokemon Celebrations. And really great shape. It's actually in fantastic shape. no whitening, pretty solid centering, and really nice looking card. I am expecting a 9 or a 10 on this card. Like, if I get less than that, I'll be surprised. So, again, this is from one of those Jet Pokemon boxes. This is actually from one of the Eevee Hero special boxes that I purchased. So check this out, guys. This is really exciting. This is the Inteleon Gold Secret Rare, Ultra Rare as they call it in Japan, from the Evolving Skies set, or from the Eevee Heroes set in Japan. Pulled this out of the first box, and I figured, you know, I'm not gonna piss this chance away. I'm not gonna miss this opportunity. Then, of course, we have the Chica signature card. The Chica Gold signature card for Weichschwartz from Love is War. And we have the Megumin Gold signature card from, I believe, don't quote me, this is from the Legend of Crimson Konosuba movie. So that is what's in for this order. We're not going to use all 20 slots because they're insanely expensive. Like, very expensive to do it. And so actually what we're going to do is we're going to get this whole thing set up. And that's going to be our next PSA order. Neil with the Balding Plebs, thank you guys for joining me tonight as I kind of went over things that are going into my next order, some of the thought process behind them. Let's see, I'm going to do a real quick what I expect for overall grades, and this will be a fun video to go back to when I finally get these back in about 4 months, because I think it's 90-day turnaround times on the economy events. 9, 9, 10, 10, 10, 9, 8, 9, 8, 10, 8, 9, 9, 10, 9, 10. That's my prediction. I wonder how accurate it'll be. And I'm really actually excited to kind of be able to go back and be like, yeah, look at how stupid I was. And go back over that. Neil with the Balding Plebs, thank you guys for being here tonight. When I do get these back, as well as my first order, you guys will be some of the first to see them. Thank you so much for watching. See you right here next time. GG.